Welcome to Mindset Mondays, the bite-sized podcast designed to build a happier, healthier headspace. Think of it as a learning snack for your morning commute to set your week up right. I'm Mark Holloway, and today we're talking about something most of us know is important, but often struggle to prioritise: exercise. Not for six-pack abs or massive guns, not for punishment, not because you should, but because movement is one of the most powerful tools you have for your physical health, mental well-being, performance at work, and the quality of your personal life. If you've ever felt tired, foggy, stressed, unmotivated, or disconnected from yourself, this episode is for you. Now, I'm not sitting here as some ultra-marathon running Adonis. I struggle with this like the rest of you. I've had periods in my life where I've been pretty fit, completed triathlons and distance cycling challenges, but I've also had periods where jogging to the local corner shop would be a challenge. Like many things in life, the key with exercise is consistency. So let's dive in. Let's start by reframing exercise. Most people see exercise as a chore, a time drain, something they'll get to once life calms down. I've certainly been guilty of this. But here's the mindset shift. Exercise doesn't take time, it gives time. It doesn't drain energy, it creates it. Exercise is not an optional add-on to life, it's a foundation. Just like sleep, hydration, or nutrition, movement is a biological requirement for humans to function well. When we stop moving, systems slow down. Our metabolism, our mood, our focus, our resilience. So the question isn't, do I have time to exercise? The real question is, can I afford not to? And again, consistency is key here when we're talking about health benefits, not the yo-yo all or nothing approach that many, myself included, take. So let's talk physical health first. Regular exercise strengthens your heart and lungs, improves circulation and oxygen delivery, supports immune function, builds strength, mobility and bone density, and reduces risk of chronic illness. The NHS website in the UK reckons exercise reduces your overall risk of major illness and lowers risk of early death by up to 30%. 30%. But beyond the textbook benefits, here's what really matters. Exercise keeps you capable. Capable of playing with your kids or grandkids, lifting, moving, travelling, aging with independence rather than limitation. Your body is the vehicle through which you experience life. When your body feels strong, mobile and energized, life feels more possible. You stop managing aches and fatigue and start living. Exercise isn't just about increasing lifespan, but health span. Now let's talk about the mental side, because this is where exercise becomes a game changer. Movement is one of the most effective, underused mental health tools available. Exercise reduces stress hormones like cortisol, increases endorphins, dopamine and serotonin, improves sleep quality, reduces symptoms of anxiety and depression. But there's something deeper happening. When you exercise, you send your brain a powerful message. I am capable of doing hard things. And that message builds confidence. Exercise becomes a moving meditation, a break from overthinking, rumination and digital noise. Even 20 minutes of movement can clear mental fog, improve emotional regulation, and shift your mood dramatically. You don't need motivation to exercise. Exercise creates motivation. Now let's bring this into performance, especially at work. People often think productivity comes from working longer hours, skipping breaks, pushing harder. Old school, outdated thinking. But peak performance comes from energy, focus, and emotional regulation. These are all very tricky in your 12th hour sat at your desk staring at that monitor. Exercise directly improves concentration and memory, decision-making, stress tolerance, creativity and problem-solving. When you move your body regularly, you think clearer, react less emotionally, communicate better, lead more effectively. Exercise trains discipline, consistency and self-respect. And those qualities don't stay in the gym. They show up in meetings, deadlines, leadership and confidence. So break your day up. Have a walk at lunch. Go for that swim or run. Take the stairs, not the lift. Or how about some lunges during off-camera Zoom meetings? Now let's talk about personal life. When you exercise regularly, you tend to have more patience, be less reactive, show up with better energy, feel more confident in your body. And that affects your relationships, your intimacy, your self-esteem. You're not snapping as easily. You're not constantly exhausted. You feel more like yourself. And when you feel good in your body, you engage more fully with life. You say yes more. You show up more. You enjoy more. Now here's the key part. Because knowing all that isn't enough. Exercise must be sustainable, not extreme. You don't need perfect routines, intense programs, hour-long workouts. You need consistency. Ask yourself, what movement do I enjoy? What fits my life right now? What can I repeat weekly without burnout? Walking counts. Stretching counts. Short workouts count. The goal isn't transformation. The goal is integration and then growth. Make exercise something you do because you value yourself, not because you're trying to fix yourself. So let's close with this. Exercise is not about looking a certain way, or at least not for the majority. It's about thinking clearly, feeling emotionally balanced, performing at your best, living with energy and confidence. Movement is self-respect in action. So this week, don't ask yourself, what's the hardest workout I can do? Ask, what's the smallest commitment I can keep? Because when you move your body consistently, you don't just change your physical health, you change your mindset, you change your performance, you ultimately change your life. Thanks for listening to Mindset Mondays today. If this episode resonated, share it with someone who needs the reminder. And I'll see you next week. Bye for now.